Creepy Nuts. That's right, we're back with Creepy Nuts already. And I say already because actually I just recorded a reaction to their song Mirage, which came out a couple of months ago. And that's scheduled to go up and go live. But then while I was setting that all up, this video comes out and literally just like talk about good timing. This new song, it just came out an hour ago. Well, I'm imagining it's a new song. It's the video. It says here that it is called Nemur. It is the music video ending theme for the TV anime Call of the Night Season 2. I gotta be honest, I am a big fan of Japanese music, as you can tell from this channel. I'm also actually really getting into Creepy Nuts because I'm a big fan of rap music as well. In Japan, there is some amazing rap music right now, and you know, I love that Creepy Nuts are bringing like that level of quality and rap music up to the top of the charts, as they often do. But I don't know much about anime. I'm like the only person who moved from the West to Japan who doesn't know anything about anime. So I've heard of this one, Call of the Night. I don't know if I've heard of it just because I've heard of someone else who did the theme tune. Did they do one of the other theme tunes? I don't know. All I know is that this is good because, hey, they like to do theme tunes. It's helping with their publicity, and give it. Yeah, look, anything that's helping him get out to more people is great. Because obviously, Creepy Nuts have been around for a while, but like with groups like YOASOBI and I guess you could say Ado as well. These anime theme tunes, when you're up at that level of fame, anime theme tunes are a great way of sort of like staying in the public conscious. You know, staying relevant with what's going on in Japanese culture. Because obviously, anime is such a big thing. Anyway, you guys already know this. Let's get into a bit of Creepy Nuts. I've been enjoying the fact their songs are, well, like I say, good quality rap, really interesting beats half the time, just sort of like nice layers that you can be beautifully rapped over, and often quite concise. This one's going to be 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Like I said, I'm a bit of a fan of the rap aspects. I'm hoping we get good length verses in this one. Let's find out. Anyway, here we go. This is the new song. Let's just double check that name. It is called Nemur. I'm wondering if it's Nemure. Because Nemure would make more sense in Japanese, but hey, if I pronounce it the Western way, I'll get told it's Japanese. If I pronounce it the Japanese way, I'll be told it's Western. Let's jump in and listen to the song. Maybe he'll say it. Okay. It's dramatic. That's cool. I like that. The beat's got a lot of space. A lot of space for him to do his thing. Listen to all the different rhythms already from the vocals alone. Oh, that's nice. Again, just like with a lot of Creepy Nuts songs, just rolls so effortlessly into the chorus. Ooh. Into those triplets. Well, it's not a triplet, but you know what I mean. 気づけねえ今日立ててベッドルーム静まり返ってるまた光るものまで最新と時の部屋へ This is a really interesting video as well, with all the black and white and all of the... Nice little change in the chord pattern there just to throw you into the next chorus. The last chorus, I imagine. My god, this is gonna get stuck in my head. Ah, man, there is so much quality to unpack on this. Yeah, that's such a cool video as well. There is a lot to unpack here. Okay, let's just dive in with the fact this is one of those songs that, once again, I say this about those best artists, when you can be effortless, when you can make something sound so simple when actually there's so much going on in there. First things first, let's just talk about the basic balance of what's going on here. You've got that, the beat is like, it's all accented on that little sort of string sound. Bum, 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 bum. And that's always on the beginning of the bar. So it kind of gives everything like this kind of constant ticking clock sort of tension. You're feeling it keeps on going, it keeps on marching. And I like that because the thing is the strings are actually playing a fairly happy chord pattern. Da, 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 da. So it's kind of got a sense of joy, but at the same time a sense of tension. Like you're sort of building up to something, but almost like it's a positive feeling of like, oh, you're hopeful about something. I like that. It's positive, but at the same time it's not just kind of weak and flowery. It's actually got a sense of tension. It's like I said, that ticking clock effect you get if you constantly just hitting the same sound over and over on like a marching beat. So in between that though, everything in between that is like these really sort of nice, very subtle, the hi-hat sounds are very sort of sharp and quick and very light, so they can just sort of breeze between everything. The kick drum is like quite a lot of interesting little kick drum syncopations going on this if you run back and listen through to it. But the kick drum is actually, as a general, it's not too low. So again, it kind of skips and bounces along in the sort of mid-lower range section without at any point too much interrupting the flow of what's going on. Most of the beat is just kind of building up this atmosphere, but mostly about just sort of maintaining that dun, 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 that kind of like constant string pounding sort of effect. So if you listen to that sort of balance again. Even the bass is like sort of bouncing around in between where the kick drum is. It's like it kind of got this very interesting sort of sharp but very subtle sounds bouncing around, and most of what's really going on is those strings. Even that, I didn't notice that the hat was just sort of moving from right to left, and everything's just sort of subtly moving around very slowly. I like that because in actuality, the backing's got a lot going on, but almost everything in the backing is supposed to feel subtle, supposed to sound like the background, supposed to sort of stay out the way. And that is because at the center we have another fantastic vocal performance. And this is why I keep on telling this to people who are just like, I don't really like rap. Oh, rap's just talking, I always say this. It's such an amazing art form when you can do it well like this, because you listen to the amount that his lyrical delivery, like the changes in the rhythms, the changes in like the syllable placements. If you just played this as a drum solo, and if you just sort of like tapped away on like a side stick of like a drum snare just to each of his syllables, you get a really interesting rhythm just out of doing that, because he's got this really nice, interesting, he doesn't repeat his rhythms, he keeps them going, each one flows into the next one. It feels like a sort of naturally rolling rhythm, and at the same time he's adding these lyrics to it. Now, with a lot of his songs, he tends to be lean quite a lot into using vocal expression, his tone of voice to like express something. Ironically, in the last song I reacted to, which I haven't posted yet, is actually that reaction is going to come out after this one, Mirage. If anything, he probably used his vocal expression a little bit more. Like there was a lot of those notes that he sometimes does, where he's like he's rapping and then. And he did maybe more of them in that song than I maybe thought worked, but as a general, it was very interesting. He used a lot of expression. This one, because it's a slightly more chilled out song, the amount of vocal intonation he was using was much less, but it meant that it was much more impactful when he did do it. I can't remember exactly where it was, but I think it was coming off the back of like one of the verses or something. He did this great bit where he just suddenly rolled down his voice, and it really hit hard. Even there, just like how he's doing that, he's adding that little punch and bite there. He's not like shouting or anything, but you can just feel like a little bit of there's so much vocal expression. And then we go back round. And I got to give a lot of credit as well for the video is kind of like done in this dream sequence style way. I think this location's been used for a lot of music videos in the past, but still, it's being done dream sequence way. It's made 4x3 to kind of give it, again, gives it a slightly otherworldly feel. And, you know, the way everything's moving, and then you get this bit where it's dark, but then you've got the sort of blur and the heavy spot lamp on them. It's very good. It's like really sort of gives you this slightly otherworldly feeling, and then the fast moving clouds. But at the same time as giving that otherworldly feeling, it's very clear what you're looking at. You know, you're never feeling like you're just being thrown images to sort of like, you know, blast you with, you know, all crazy stuff happening. It actually feels like your eye can really follow what's going on in the video very clearly. However random the imagery is, it's very clear and easy to follow. And I think that works brilliantly. So yeah, for me, I think this is a total winner. Is it going to be as super popular and catchy as like your Bling Blam Blam Bones and all that? Probably not. That was much more of a direct hit kind of song with a catchy kind of chorus. I don't think this is going to be anywhere near that popular or famous, but I think when you've already bagged massive singles, it's good to put out songs that show your variation, show the amount of styles you can do. And between this and Mirage, that my reaction will be coming up for that soon. Between this, Mirage, and obviously like the last couple of songs they had, like their Dan 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 theme tune and Bling Blam 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 blah blah, that one. They've shown a lot of variation. They've shown a lot of different types of beats, a lot of different types of styles, and the rap has remained interesting and different and unique in each one of them. I think this is fantastic, and I hope you guys listen to more Creepy Nuts. Actually, to be honest, I need to listen to more Creepy Nuts. This is a great group, doing great things in the charts, and yeah, go check them out. Anyway, there you go. Those are my thoughts. As always, get in the comments. Tell me what you think, and until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these, I haven't even started my coffee yet. That's how good it was. For now, ciao, ciao. Oh.